Hi, Leo. Welcome to your What Does Spirit Want You to Know reading. This is going to be a Celtic cross that I'm going to lay out, and then I'm going to pull an oracle card to get another message, and then I'm going to do the PS at the end. So we're going to start out with the Celtic cross. We're going to walk our way right through it and see exactly what does Spirit want you to know right now. God, guides, angels, archangels. By the way, in meditation, I felt like the message was you actually are the magician of your own life. You can create your life however you want it, and you do best walking into the unknown when you draw on what you already know. Okay. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for Leo. Thank you that they like to know. They like to know what's coming up and what they have to look forward to. And they especially like to know what it is that you have to say. So right now we're coming to you with the Celtic cross for Leo. We're going to lay it out and let you have your way with this message, whatever it is for Leo that you want them to know. We're ready to receive it. So, let's see what Spirit has to say. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for clarification, confirmation, validation, and we especially thank you for love, light, and prosperity. Okay, Leo, let's see what it is that Spirit has to say to you right now in this message. Okay. So we're starting out with your current energy. I'm going to lay all the cards out. I'll show you what they are, and then we'll go back and talk about them. Your current energy is showing 9 of Wands. Your crossing card is the Tower. Your underlying energy is Judgment. Recent past, we see the Knight of Swords. And the crowning energy is the King of Swords. The near future, we have the Ace of Wands. And your attitude about all this, we have the Death card. Outside influences, Page of Pentacles. The hopes and fears card, Wheel of Fortune. And your potential outcome is the Hierophant. Wow. Okay. So let's see what all this has to, how it plays out. So your current energy is the 9 of Swords. Some people call this the Wounded Warrior. I realize that he does have like a bandage around his head, and he's kind of looking up like, almost like, if you look at his eyes, it's like he's looking up like, what the hell? You know, why did I have to go through all this? Okay, so here's right now in this energy, look at all that you've accomplished. I feel like this is what the message is. Look at everything you've accomplished, everything that's come before in your life that has, see these rods? Rods are not trees, right? Trees grow leaves. Rods are just rods. But every rod has some growth on it. And I think this is speaking to a little bit of that message, that pre-message that I got in meditation, was that you do best moving forward when you think about the growth that you've had in things from your past. Not go back and live in the past, but think about the lessons that you've learned and the knowledge that you've gained, things like that. So what's crossing you is a tower. Now towers are brought into our lives sometimes whenever we can't make a decision for ourselves. It's like the universe kind of helps us along. I have a friend who real quick was in a relationship that she just didn't, every time she thought about it, she kept thinking, man, I just don't know what to do about this. I know I need to move on. I know I need to, it doesn't make me feel good, all this stuff. But she never could, it was a real casual relationship, but she never could make herself just shut it off. And so she texted him the other day, and he sent her a message that he was seeing somebody. So she was like freaked out. And I said, hang on. How long have you been saying this relationship is not really what you want? You feel bad within the relationship, blah, 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 blah. This is a tower moment. This is when the universe, when you have a really deep desire and the universe comes in and kind of helps make it happen. Because her deep desire was to work on herself, was to do some self-improvement work and all that other stuff, but she just couldn't let go of that attachment that she had to this guy. So it's like the universe came in and said, here, we got that settled for you, because she's been working on that for 6-8 months, trying to let that go. So whenever she saw it that way, she was able to say, okay, yes, that's right. This is a deep desire that I've had. Tower moments aren't necessarily about losing everything and everything's falling apart and all that other stuff. No, it's almost like whenever your spirit team, your guides, your angels, your archangels, everybody that works with you from the other side, it's like they understand what you're trying to accomplish, and sometimes they'll step in and kind of nudge things along for us to get us to that next step. So it's like, that's what's crossing you right now. And that's the attitude. Look at that. That's the attitude this little guy has. He's like, what the heck? And it's like this tower is there to say, this is where you're truly desiring to go. Stop and think about what it is deep within that you were wanting to accomplish, and see how this is actually in your best interest to move you forward. To have some realization about whatever it's about, whatever your situation's about, Leo. That situation with her was just an example of sometimes how tower moments work. So the reason for all this is judgment. Okay, there we go again. It's like the judgment card is about, it's almost like a call to action from your higher self. It's almost like, because this is all about rebirth. See, they're all born again. They're all raising from the grave. It's like they're taking themselves out of the dead space they've been in for so long, and they're coming up and they're going to live a new life. This is what happened with my friend. You know, it's like she couldn't seem to make that decision, so the universe stepped in and helped make that decision for her. Now she has an opportunity to raise herself up like she's wanted to. It's been a desire within her for a very long time. So here you are, and that is the underlying issue, so to speak, which is maybe your deepest desire has been to make some major changes in your life, Leo. So here you are with this tower moment that kind of put you over the edge and helped you to do that. Now, in the recent past, you've got the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is about movement, obviously. It's fast movement. It's like something comes in, it's some truth, it's some communication, it is intellectual, it's not emotional, it is what it is, and it's moving in and it's fixing to take some kind of action. So in the recent past, something has happened, perhaps this tower, that you're still hung up on, worried about, why did this happen to me? And in the truth, it came in to give you a truth about yourself, or to give you a truth about a situation, whatever it is, that deep desire that you had to start over, to press the reset button, whatever that was, Leo. It's like this tower moment, this fast-moving communication that came in to give you some truth about yourself. It all was because of a deep desire that you had within. Okay, so your crowning energy is the King of Swords. So this is not like in our subconscious mind almost. It's like these two cards, what's underneath and what's on top, is a deep desire. It's like your it's almost like your inner soul and your oversoul, so to speak, how I interpret it. Again, I'm an intuitive reader. So it's like, this is your deep desire. Your crowning energy is like your oversoul. It's you and your whole team. And we've got the King of Swords here. So what that's saying, Leo, is that, okay, they're ready to work with you. We're in a place now where, okay, we can just cut to the chase. We don't have to worry about, we don't have to get our emotions all involved in what happened back there. We don't have to let our emotions keep us going, what the heck? My feelings are hurt. He texted me and said he's dating somebody now. You know, it's like, it's change your focus. It's change your, can't come up. Change your idea about how you're seeing things, because that's what the Tower wants us to do. So it's like you're ready to do that. It's like you and your oversoul, your spirit team, are like saying, yep, we're marching forward now. We've got a whole new attitude. We're not going to be worried, stuck in our why me, poor pitiful me. None of that for us, Leo. We're going forward, and we're going forward intellectually with an intellectual mind. We are going to cut to the chase. We're visionary. We can see where we're going. We can see where we want to go. We've been wanting to go there. So we're thankful for this Tower, all that kind of stuff. And in the near future, look at that. It's the Ace of Wands. So anytime I see an ace, it's like that is an absolute gift from the universe. So you go into this mode, right? You're in this mode right now where you're cutting out. You're not going to be emotional about anything that's going on. But in the near future, it's like God, Spirit, your guides, your angels, your archangels. It's like they're going to hand back to you some passion in your life. It's almost like you've been going through the motions of life in this King of Swords, energy. You're just kind of going through the motions. You're not allowing yourself to be, you're not going through the emotions. You're going through the motions. You're not allowing yourself to be knocked off course with hurt feelings or too much excitement or too much expectation. It's like you're keeping all that under wrap. Okay, all those emotions that we kind of get caught up in. It's like you're keeping a lid on all of it. You're just keeping a lid on it, and you're going through the motion, and you're checking things out. You're trying to see what is coming up, what can you accomplish, all that stuff, and in comes this passion that the universe says, here, be passionate about this. Be passionate about whatever it is. Could be a relationship, could be a new job, could be a whole new friendship group. It could be a whole lot of things, but it's definitely a gift from the universe. Okay, so what is your attitude about all of this? Leo, you're determined that you're going to transform yourself. All this stuff that you've been through, it's like you don't want to have to live that anymore. You're wanting something so much better for your life. It's funny that all of these wands that you've put behind you, look, it's a wand that they're bringing you, because all of these things that have happened in your life, you know, you might have had some kind of emotional attachment to it. Like maybe you thought this is the one, or whether it's the job or the man or the woman or whatever it is, you know, and you've been passionate about things in your life, and you feel like it's gotten you into not trouble, but it hasn't served you well. So that's why it's like you're in this, it's like reset. We're going to leave emotions out of it. We're going to walk forward without the emotions. And then bam, the universe comes in and does this, right? Bring some passion back into your life, some excitement back into your life, some more growth back into your life. And your attitude about it is, in this King of Swords energy, is you are going to transform yourself if it's the last dead gum thing you do, right? I mean, I have gone back and looked at some journals, and we all know, you know, in this type of community, I think we all know that, you know, gratitude is such a great powerful, powerful place to be. And there was a time, and I was looking at it the other day, and I thought, man, where I can look back in my gratitude journal and I can tell you I was going through the motions. I mean, I was thanking God for, I don't know, just crazy stuff, just trying. It was such a dark place in my life, but I knew I had to thank God for things. So if I wanted to change my situation, so that's what I was doing. I was going through the motions of it, but there was no emotion connected to it. But I was going through the motions of writing it. Okay. So was it beneficial for me? Possibly, but man, I get so excited about some of this stuff. It's the emotion that actually draws in the whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish. It's the emotion of it that actually moves things. So whenever you're doing a gratitude journal and you're doing it like just going through the motions of it, I was looking at it and I was laughing because I was thinking I was using that as a means to get to an end. It was so obvious that I was like, okay, God, if I have to be thankful this time, I'll be thankful. And, you know, there was nothing, there's no true gratitude there is what I'm trying to say. But that's just where I was in this dark place. So, I'm not saying you're in a dark place, but it's almost, I feel that attitude right now, Leo, like you're just saying, I'm just going to go through the steps and do what I feel like I have to do to get to the other side, because you're determined to get to that other side. And here's the good news. Even when you do it that way, there's benefit on the other side. It might take you a little bit longer because we've got to get our emotions right again. But yes, there's still benefit. So that's where you are right now. You're going to be the soldier that's going to keep marching on to transform your life. And that's a good place to be. Look, here's your outside influences. This is not an ace. This is a page of pentacles, but it's a single pentacle being held by a young page, which this indicates something new, right? Something new, a younger energy, and something, a pentacle, which is a physical manifestation given by your spirit team, by God, your guides, your angels, your archangels, all that stuff. It's like this is something new coming in for you that is going to be, that you're actually going to be passionate about, but it's going to manifest into your reality. That's what the outside influence, that's what they're trying to do. Bring this something new into your space, into your 3D space. So here is your hopes and fears. You're sitting here going, you know, the Wheel of Fortune can be, it's 50-50, right? Because the wheel's always moving. So, and we say whenever we get the wheel in a reading, that means you're on the top side of the wheel. Things are looking up for you. But so you're in a hope and a fear. Because it's a hope and a fear in this placement, in this reading for you, it's like you want to believe, you really want to believe that you're on the top side of this wheel, but your fear is that, oh, there's a whole long ways for you to go before you get there. Okay, what I'm feeling like, I don't think it's a whole long ways before you get to where you're headed, because I feel like that's what they're saying, that you're the magician. That's what they said in the beginning. You're the magician, not in the cards, in the meditation. You're the magician. You can create it however you want to create it. And it's like you do best moving forward into the unknown when you look back at the growth. Like you look back and you decide, what did I learn from each thing right here? What was it that I learned about myself, about other people, about my job, whatever it is that you've got going on. And you take all that knowledge, and you combine it with the new passion that Spirit's wanting to bring to you in the very near future. That's going to manifest into your reality. So what is your outcome? You've got the Hierophant, right? So the Hierophant is it's a spiritual card. So it's about traditions. It's about religious traditions. spiritual traditions, spiritual practices, large corporations, huge structures um, like large corporations and I don't know why I keep hearing cartel, like the cartel, like it's very structured things. So it looks like, but it's got a spiritual tone to it. So it's like you're going to take this king, right, of swords, and this passion, because this is inspired passion. So it's like the Hierophant, I'm feeling this is the answer, the outcome. It's like the Hierophant is the combination of this leader who is so emotionally smart and intelligent and so intellectual and speaks their truth and understands the nature of things, but and doesn't mind listening to other people, but he lives by his truth, right? He lives by what he knows to be true. So it's like you're going to take this overall, this crowning energy, and you're going to merge it with this new passion that comes in. And it might not be anything totally new than what you've already got going on, other than a new understanding of yourself in this world. And so this passion, all these things that you learned from this energy, see how he's rolling his eyes at the universe? Oh my God, come on. He's rolling his eyes at the universe, and the universe saying, no, 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 no. Let's draw from each one of those things. All those rods were put in your life for a reason. You probably even called them into your life for a reason. And you've grown from it in so many ways. And it's like this king, this unemotional, unmoved king who always does the right thing for his kingdom and himself, is going to be tapped with some passion and some inspiration from the spiritual realm. And this is the outcome right here, is that this leader of this huge organization, whether it's religious, a corporation, whether it's the cartel, I don't know why, or whatever it is, you become that leader, that you have that kind of influence. Some people say this is the Pope. You have that kind of influence in your world. That's the kind of influence that you're going to have, Leo, where not only are you the executive, but you're the priest. You're the executive priest of your world. And it comes from, and it's not comfortable in the beginning because you're not familiar with being in that spot, right? But that's what they said in that meditation. You are the magician of your life. And you move forward into the unknown the best when you draw back on the things that you've learned from all these wands in your life. The things that you learned during the tower moment, whenever you recognized your truth. And it's because your soul wanted to bring yourself into a whole new paradigm, a whole new understanding of how you show up in the world. So that's what you've got going on, Leo. And let me tell you something. I mean, it's been a little bit of a different reading, but the way I look at it, I feel like it's a very powerful, powerful reading, because something, I don't feel like it's going to be a big change, but I feel like it's going to make a big impact in how you understand yourself and how you move through this world, this 3D world. Okay, so now we're going to pull an oracle card from the Enchanted Map. This is Colette Baron Reed's Enchanted Map. And we're going to pull an oracle card and just see what else Spirit has to say about this reading, or about you, or for you, or to you, whatever it is. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for this reading. Thank you for helping us understand about how things in our lives benefit us more than anything. And I thank you so much for Leo and that they look to you for guidance. And right now we want to pull an oracle card. Just give them a little extra message, whatever it is that you want to say. We're ready to hear that. Okay, I have to put my glasses on for this. Oh, it says balancing act. Okay, so that's very interesting. Remember I said it's like you're going to merge this truth, this methodical moving forward, not letting your emotions get in the way, with actual passion and inspiration from the universe. It's almost like you realize the value of emotions. You realize the value of positive emotions. That's what I'm feeling like. Okay, and it's an 11 too, so we're going to read it and see what it says. But it's an 11, which is a number of creation. And I feel like that's what they're creating in you, an executive priest, right? And I'm not saying you're going to go be a priest or an executive of any corporation. I'm just saying that that's the qualities that you're going to embody. And it is going to be a change for you. That's a 5. It is going to be a change for you. I'm just seeing something else too. So the keys are at his feet. It's like you're going to hold the keys to your own kingdom. And people are going to come. They're going to respect that, and they're going to come. It's like you're going to be an influencer in your world. And it may be just in your close surroundings, but it may also be like you may start a YouTube channel or something, and you have a lot of influence out there in YouTube land. But okay, let me just read what else they have to say. Balancing act, you are calm within no matter the fluctuation of outer conditions, right? That's where you are. That's like your crowning energy right now, right here. That's your crowning energy. It's like, you know what? Within your deepest part of yourself is calm. Okay. So, there are times when things seem a bit topsy-turvy, and it feels as if you're juggling 1,000 balls in the air. Is that how this guy feels, or what? Like that's your current. This is your crowning energy. Again, that's like your higher self and your oversoul or your soul team. That's the crowning energy that's working. This is our 3D energy, right? Look at him. He's like, oh, come on, man, really? Okay, so you feel like things get topsy-turvy and you're juggling 1,000 balls in the air. Perhaps you're unsure of your footing. Now's the moment to evaluate which areas of your life need balance and then restore equilibrium. Choose harmony over discord, and great success will be yours. You'll find inner stability when you choose a balanced, focused, and level path. Okay, so, and that's what we talked about earlier in this reading was, it's like you go from here to realizing that positive emotion, balance, harmony. Those are the things that help you move forward into this executive priest. Okay, this is exciting, Leo. Okay, right now I'm going to pull the PS. And we're going to see what else Spirit has to say about this topic as far as it relates to you. What else is there? God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, we thank you for this message on the board. We thank you for reminding us whenever we get into our 3D energies that there's a bigger picture to look at. That there's a much bigger picture to look at. We thank you for that reminder. And God, guides, angels, we thank you for the PS. Show us what it is for Leo. Look. So the 3 of Pentacles is like, there's this, it's like you're not working alone, right? We're going to start there. You're not working alone. Remember I talked about your spirit team. They're helping you move forward in this. But this is also about passion. This is about a passionate project. So yes, you've been passionate about things in the past, but you've allowed your emotions in those passions to to get the best of you. So it's like they're fixing to marry this. They're fixing to marry these two energies within you, where you are cut to the chase, let's get this done, and you're inspired and you're passionate, and you realize the value of the positive emotions like balance and harmony and care and compassion and all those things. So it's like it's going to be this new passion project coming in for you. They're saying, here you are with the Nine of Swords, worrying about all these wands that have not served you well in the past. Okay, so they're saying again, let's lay that to rest. That's why whatever this last thing was, this tower was, that's why it came up, to help you step back and look at the bigger picture. This is the Nine of Swords. So this is it's like it's unfounded worry. You're worrying about things that you can't change. So they're ready for you to lay those wands down and let's move forward for your transformation. And look, this is the Moon card. Okay, so this is telling me that you are a very intuitive person. You're very connected with who you are and what is going on in your space. Okay, and so this current energy, this feeling of frustration right now is total 3D. It's like you have stepped out of your connection with Source. So here is, they call it the Moon card, but look at, this is the Moon right here. This is the Sun. Okay, and these animals and this little crawfish are looking up for direction, for guidance, right? It also talks about how, you know, the water comes in and goes out with the tides, and the tides are run by the moon, by the way the moon flows and all that. So it's reminding you to step back into your space where you can be connected with God, with your guides, your angels, your archangels, your spirit team, and hear the direction that they have for you, because they have something really exciting coming in for you. They have something really exciting that's going to manifest into your 3D reality. But you have to be in a space where you can receive them talking to you. Because whenever we're in this space, when we let worry and stress and everything else play around in our head all day long, they can't get through to us. We can't receive those messages. Our minds have to be clear and free of worry to be able to receive intuitive downloads. And we'll pull one more card. Yeah, they're ready to move you forward. Okay, and Leo, here's the deal. You're ready to move forward too. So whenever y'all work together, you and your spirit team work together, it's forward movement all the way. All right, Leo, I'm so glad that you stopped in. Thank you for doing so, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Hey, if you're not already a subscriber and this has resonated with you, please subscribe. And Leo, thank you so much for all the likes, subscribes, shares, bell notifications, all that stuff. I appreciate it so much. I am open for readings currently, so if you are interested in that, personal readings, there is my address, my email address is below. Thanks so much again, and have a super duper day. Bye. Oh, bye.